Josh, good morning. Did the folks pulling up, did they know that you were a Major League Baseball player, or were they just people that were grateful for some help yesterday?
I think it was kind of tough with the mask on. We had some, more familiar faces, and Matt Kemp and Clayton Kershaw, Torrey Hunter was there. So, some guys that they've been watching for a long time, guys that wanted some selfies and stuff like that. But for me, I think they just saw a big presence coming up to the window, so they were rolling things down, and I was able to pass.
I'm telling you, they might have thought you were a cowboy. I kid you not. I kid you not. Now, have you had that happen to you before?
Yeah, in Dallas. I mean, right now it's not the best time to be a Cowboy player. I would say a few years ago, maybe. But hopefully, maybe in the future we can turn things around. But I might not be, the most exciting person to be right now in Dallas. Just being a Cowboys player.
Now, you're a native of that area, right? That's where you grew up at.
Yeah, for sure. This is home for me.
How was that going back and being able to be part of the Players Alliance and helping people in the area which you grew up in?
No, it was great, especially, being away from family, being away from friends all season long, all quarantine. I was in Pittsburgh. So just being able to come home and, get, neighborhoods I'm familiar with and be able to get back to the community, it's something that I'm definitely grateful for and I'm excited to do in the future.
So, Clayton came on and he was so powerful talking about the importance of multi-races being involved with the Players Alliance and being able to reach across and reach so many different people. And he was very outspoken about it. I'm curious, we've seen a lot of players now, black and white, on this tour. Being a major leaguer with the numbers as minimal as they are, how important has it been to see all involved?
Oh, it's huge. I know that, I had a smile across my face. I didn't know Trevor Story was showing up. I didn't know Clayton Kershaw was going to be there. And you look at the pull-up event as a whole, it wasn't just, people of color pulling up needing supplies. It was white, it was black, it was Hispanics. It was everybody's hurting right now in this time of COVID. Everybody needs supplies. And just for us to be able to pass out gloves to little kids as well, bats to kids, introducing them to our game. Of all races, I think it's really important.
Hey,
I was just going to say, real quick, on the baseball tip and seeing all these different guys, and I'm looking at, you guys had quite a collection of players. You've already mentioned a lot. What was some of the conversation amongst the players? How cool was that to be around different guys that you don't play with?
No, it was awesome. It kind of felt like a bit of an all-star game with, Torrey Hunter, Matt Kemp, Trevor Story was there, like I was saying. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of storytelling. People asking where people are working out, how things are going with, the shutdown and the quarantines and stuff like that, trying to stay safe. I know Clayton's working out of his garage just like I am. So, tough times right now, but we're definitely going to, get after it next year.
Let's talk a little baseball, Josh. So take you back to Christmas Eve. You're home, maybe getting a lift into the garage, minding your own business, doing some cardio, phone rings. Hey, you got traded to the Nationals. We in the media, the uninformed, unwashed media, we were shocked. What was your first reaction? Did you have a sense this was coming? And tell us about that day.
Well, not really. It was one of those things where I was in trade talks in the last couple of years. I felt like it might have just been, another talk. But, I got the call on Christmas Eve from my GM, and I figured it was something big. So, get off the phone. Was able to tell my parents. My sister was there, and they're all jumping up and down, celebrating. DC is one of their favorite cities as well. So just to be able to be a part of a club that, has that winning background and it's hunting for something bigger right now, I'm really excited.
It's always a bittersweet thing to get traded because it's an organization you grew up in, and you have a lot of friends there. I'm curious, though, what some of your former teammates of Pittsburgh were saying when they started texting you when they heard about it.
Well, I mean, everybody was excited for me. I've lost a lot of friends with the Pittsburgh Pirates, the last few years. So, it just seemed like it might have been time. And, you kind of expect things like this as the course of your career goes on. So, got a lot of good lucks, go kill them out there next year. Excited for you, go crush it, go win a World Series. You get all those texts and, I know I have a lot of people in my corner still in Pittsburgh.
I would imagine that there's so many positive things about your new lot in life here, in addition to playing in a part of the country you seem to be fond of. Now you don't ever have to face Scherzer, Strasburg, or Corbin ever again. Congratulations on. Do you know those guys, by the way? Were they at the All-Star game in 2019? Did you get to know them?
Yeah. Scherzer was at the All-Star game. I feel like, I'll get those at bats out of the way in spring training. Hopefully I'll walk away from those unscathed, and then I can get into the season and, focus on some different guys in the division.
We have a mock lineup made up for you, too. And I'll tell you, you're going to have some protection, big fella. You got Trey Turner at the top, Juan Soto, yourself, Kyle Schwarber coming over now. I mean, on down. It's not the lineup you were in Pittsburgh that was rebuilding. You have to be excited to be in a lineup like this.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I mean, like, you look at that right there, you see all-stars of past, you see all-stars of the future. Anytime I see Juan Soto and Trey Turner, leading off a lineup, you're going to steal bases, you're going to turn, a single into a double. A guy like me, if I roll a ball over to the right side of the field and one of those guys are at third base, it's an easy run. So, it makes me happy to be a part of that squad, and I'm excited to see what kind of production we can produce this season.
Hey, it's nice for us, Josh, to be able to just at least temporarily interrupt the Mets love fest to talk about somebody else in the NL East, because we have so many Mets apologists here. It's unbelievable. So, hey, man, go Nats. We really appreciate the visit. Way to go participating in that tour stop yesterday, and we'll see you at camp, man.